We are honored to acknowledge Jason Heffley for obtaining Scouting's highest rank, the Eagle Scout Award.
Yes.
This is a great moment worthy of celebration. Before we begin our program, I'd like to take a moment to introduce a couple of special people. Will Melissa Eggleston please stand up? And Gary Kibbs. Melissa is our committee chair, and Gary was our previous committee chair. Thank you.
We got theme music over here.
And now I would like, I forget who's putting the flag for.
Hi, Zachary.
Now that I'm off the team, I realize how annoying this is to other
I'm
people.
sorry, I don't hear well. All right, now Zachary, please lead the flags in and for the pledge.
May the audience please stand. Audience, attention. Color guard, attention. Color guard, forward, march. Color guard, halt. Scout salute. Color guard, cross the colors.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May you please join me in the Scout oath. On my honor,
I will do my best to do my duty to govern my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Scout law. Scout is
Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
2. The audience may be seated. All guard dismissed. That's almighty. That's really loud. I really used to tell them.
I'd now like Gary Gibbs to open the ceremony.
By the power vested in me by the Boy Scouts of America, I declare this court of honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Jason Heffley.
Thank you, Gary. The Scout Oath has become and will continue to be a large part of Jason's life. Please welcome James Daugherty and Dayton Keene, a couple of Jason's fellow Scouts, and a look at what the Scout Oath really means. I'm sorry, Caleb Wells.
On my honor.
Meaning, your solemn promise. A promise that relies on your good reputation as to whether or not it will be carried out.
I will do my best.
Your best. What is it? It's giving it all you've got when you've got something to do. And working on it with all your heart and soul and mind. All the strength and devotion you've got. Then you're doing your best.
To do my duty.
To do the job. To meet the responsibilities. To do what has to be done. Not just halfway, not just half a job, but completely. Completely and fully, so that you're proud of your work.
To God and my country.
Duty to whom? First to God. Fulfill your religious responsibilities. Uphold your religious beliefs. Second, to your country. I know you've been told how lucky you are to live in a free country. I hope that you are aware of it. Being told and being aware are two different things. And and I hope that you will soon be aware of the responsibility you have to your country, your duty.
You got it. To obey the Scout law.
Meaning to obey it, to follow it completely, not just halfway, and not just the first 6 points, or the last 3, or every other one, but all 12 points at all times.
To help other people at all times.
To help. It doesn't say much. It could mean saving a life, or changing a tire, or carrying a bag of groceries. To help other people, not just your family, and at all times, not just when it's convenient for you, or when your scoutmaster is watching, but at all times. And the best time is when you have to go out of your way to do it.
To keep myself physically strong.
Just what it says, physically strong, ready to defend yourself, your scouting principles, your country.
To keep myself mentally awake. I've never broken this up. Mentally
alert.
awake.
Keep alert, observing, always trying to learn.
And morally straight.
In thought and action, decide what is right and what is wrong, and stand by the right. So there you have it. And the next time you recite the Scout Oath, don't just say it as something you memorize, but say it as something you mean.
Prime example of that right there, folks.
Thank you, gentlemen. The road to Eagle is rough. The challenge is you to hear me over the cars, the music that are playing in the background. The challenge to Scout, his family, and Scout leaders. A Scout that has labored long and hard to reach this point. The presentation of the Eagle Award will be the accumulation of his efforts. But before we get to the award, let me introduce Melissa Bartholomew and some to take a look at his journey.
We are gathered here today to mark the end of a long journey up the trail to Eagle. About 7 years ago, Jason Hafler joined Troop 2880. As a new scout, his first task was to learn about scouting's ideals, the oath and law, the motto and slogan. By pledging to live by those guidelines, he became a full-fledged scout and earned his scout badge. His new badge didn't stay on his uniform long, however. He quickly worked through the tenderfoot requirements, memorizing the oath and law, going on his first camp out, and learning basic first aid skills. He was now a tenderfoot scout. As he continued to be active in the troop, he learned about nature and orienteering and knot tying. He participated in a service project and in a program on the dangers of alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. Doing these things earned him the second-class badge. Soon, almost a year had passed. He had been on 10 campouts and many hikes. He had mastered all the basic skills of scouting. On November 28, 2011, he became a first-class scout. And he truly was first class. At this point, he paused for a well-deserved rest. The path ahead was less clear than the path he had been following. Now he had to make some choices. Which merit badges to earn, what troop office to hold, where to spend his service hours. With hard work and persistence, though, he made the decisions, completed the requirements, and earned the star rank. The next rank seemed no harder than star, but he had already done most of the easy merit badges. Now he had to earn badges like hiking, citizenship in the world, and personal fitness. He worked hard as a troop leader, completed more service hours, and became a life scout, one step away from Eagle. The going got pretty tough now. He could no longer put off those really hard merit badges, and now he only had to participate in a service project, but he had to plan and lead such a project. For his Eagle Scout project, he worked with the Chesterfield County Police Department, and he led the construction of a training table and a balance beam for the K-9 unit obstacle course. Now finally his Eagle project was done, his merit badge is earned, he stands poised at the pinnacle of scouting.
Now let me call on John Heffley, Jack, Jason's father, to the stage to share a few thoughts about Jason's trail that led to our ceremony this afternoon.
Good afternoon. I want to thank you all for taking the time out to come and celebrate Jason with us today. And he asked me to say a few words. So I'm not used to public speaking, so please forgive me. Wow, where has the time gone? I'll try to be short and sweet, but how do you do that over 12 years? I can remember Jason at age 5. He was so excited to start school and said, "Only one more year and I can join Scouts." In first grade, he came home with a paper announcing sign-ups. We went, he was now officially a Cub Scout. He was so ambitious even then. Excuse me. He had a goal to earn every single belt loop, pin, and all those little arrows. He did it. Like every other Scout before him, he did his best to sell popcorn. As a Weeblo, he wanted to sell enough to enter the college scholarship. The first year he didn't make it, so the second year he tried even harder. He was outside Lowe's, Kroger, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, asking every person that he saw. Monday, of course, was Scouts, but then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, he was back at it going door to door. After finishing his neighborhood, he went to the next one. No matter how many no thank yous he got, he just kept going. In the end, he was still short of the $2,500 goal. It was a friend that gave him the last 200 in sales that he needed. He finally made it. Every year after that, we were back on the street door to door. So much popcorn. He didn't cross the Boy Scouts until age 11. He didn't want to leave his friends behind. As a Boy Scout, he had the goal of earning all the merit badges. He earned 92 out of 138. We watched him ace his strong points and struggle with the weak ones. Thanks to a fellow Scout who helped him, he made it past his swimming requirement. Because of Scouting, he has learned so many things. He has always enjoyed helping others. One summer, he spent 8 out of his 10 weeks serving as a volunteer at Cub Camp. He accumulated 232 service hours. Thanks to a very generous sponsor, he was able to go to Philmont. He came home with a new love of nature, deciding on forestry as his future. As time went on, he continued to serve others. He joined OA. I remember one fall fellowship, he spent the whole day at Cub Camp working tiger rounds. He even missed dinner. He said, "It's okay, they needed me." As more time went by, we watched him grow and change. He discovered a love for the theater and acting. That public speaking merit badge was a challenge, but it came in handy. Over time, he decided he wanted to pursue teaching history, so he can continue to help others learn and have fun. I'm proud to say that he made his ultimate goal of achieving Eagle Scout. Even though there will be no more merit badges, I know he will keep moving forward. I am also proud of his becoming a Vigil member. He will join with them next weekend. Thank you to all the leaders, parents, committee members, and fellow Scouts that have assisted him, as well as us, over the years to help him grow and learn the best Scout that he could be. Oh, and one final note. Yay, no popcorn!
Thanks, Jack. That was great. And now it's time for the highlight of our program, the presentation of the Eagle Scout Award. I'd like to turn this portion of the ceremony over to Gary.
Not yet, not yet. Make you suffer a little bit longer. Okay, becoming an Eagle Scout is a real honor. I think nobody disputes that fact. But it's also a great responsibility at the same time. At this time, I'd like to ask John Wilhelm, who is part of the Troop Committee and an Eagle Scout himself, to remind you what is required of you as an Eagle Scout.
As you stand here today, the majority of your time as a scout is behind you. You've been through your high school graduation, have begun to look at Prospect College, and are already thinking of where life will take you. So if I were to talk to you about merit badges and service projects, living by the Scout Oath and Law, you might well say, been there, done that, got that t-shirt. But as someone who's traveled the same path as you just a couple years ago, I have a little secret for you. The lessons you've learned in scouting will mean more, not less, in the years to come. Let's start with merit badges. You worked on merit badges, you explored topics you may know nothing about at first. You had to learn the basics, master the skills, and perhaps most importantly, motivate yourself to finish. But guess what? College is the same way. So are your hobbies. And so will be your first job. People who are stuck in the high school mode, who need teachers and parents to motivate them, and who are not interested in mastering new skills, rarely have exciting, fulfillful lives. Those who approach life as a series of merit badges live life to the fullest. I challenge you to approach life that way and earn all the merit badges you can. So what about service projects? The skills you learn in carrying out your Eagle project may help you handle major projects in college and career. More importantly, however, the satisfaction you felt in completing your project should spur you on to greater acts of service. Your country and your community need you to make a difference, to be a contributor to society, not just a consumer. I challenge you to make your Eagle project the first of many you complete. And finally, the Scout Oath and Law. As a child, you got your values from your parents, your church, and your school. I don't have to tell you that college is not like that. And that's why so many college students falter. As an old country song said, you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. In college and in adulthood, your values have to come from within. You long ago memorized the words of the Scout Oath and Law. I challenge you to live those words out, to use them as a compass that guides you, your thoughts and your actions in the years to come. So that's my challenge to you. Learn all you can, serve all the time, and always live the Scout Oath and Law. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts.
Jason, I challenge you to enter the Eagle Brotherhood, holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideals of honor and service. By repeating the Eagle Scout pledge before your fellow Scouts, you will become an Eagle Scout. Though the words you say are similar to those you said many times before, today they should have more meaning than ever. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout using the same words that close the Declaration of Independence. So at this time, I would welcome all Eagle Scouts to please stand, reaffirm their allegiance to the Scout Oath that I'm about to give to Jason. Scout sign. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. 2. Y'all may be seated. Shake hands.
Now they're about to do
What?
with their glasses.
Would Jason's parents please join us up here? Jason, your parents have undoubtedly been your primary source of help and strength. No one will ever know the innumerable acts of self-sacrifice from your mother, and I'd like you to pin your mother's pin on, thank you, to your mother now.
Pin this one to you. One says mother, one says mother.
Supposed to be in the reverse. She's supposed to pin it on your ear. So you're in that old. We get this wrong. Please step back. This is, you're right. I gave it to, okay. This. Okay. And now, to reiterate, I apologize for this. I'd like your mother to pin the Eagle Medal on your uniform. In recognition of your mother's devotion, please present her with the Eagle's mother pin.
Find a free spot. You pinned that badge on him like a pro.
Jason, your father has been the source of much advice and guidance along the Eagle Trail. So I'd like for him to present the Eagle certificate to you. In return, please present your father with his eagle pin.
Try not to act nervous.
Somebody wants to get
Ow.
Well, hopefully hearing his first aid.
This is a test.
Jason, in recognition of you attaining the rank of Eagle Scout, the troop would also recognize it as well. I'm honored to present a flag, an American flag, that was flown over the U.S. Capitol in honor of Jason obtaining the rank of Eagle.
It's really a flag inside that box.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what would a scout be without a knife? Right? So, and also in recognition of him attaining the rank of Eagle, I'd like to present from the troop this knife.
You want to say anything about all these lapel pins that I got? And we don't have the time today to put all these things on. You've got a bunch of them. the little pins, the palms. He's got a ton of palms.
Oh, yes. We'll give him...
That's another day, guys. There's so many of them.
Another reason to meet again. And now, it gives me great pleasure to present to you our newest Eagle Scout, Jason Heffler. We've heard a lot today about what it means to be an Eagle Scout. Now, our honoree will have the chance to tell us a little about what being an Eagle Scout means to him. Jason?
10,000 words or less.
For the record, public speaking did not help me with public speaking. The Trail to Eagle has been a very interesting road trip that has been filled with lots of bumps, potholes, and road signs that I failed to listen to. However, with the assistance of my fellows, my leaders, and several others outside of scouting, I was able to achieve this great honor. Throughout my scouting career, I have traveled far and wide with a few of my friends, some more often than others, in the pursuit of merit badges. This didn't go without great assistance, and I thank all those who were able to help me to get to those classes and events. Were it not for scouts, I suspect that I would have been sitting at home a lot. And I wouldn't have been quite as active as I have been throughout all this time. Without scouting, I wouldn't have been able to go all across the state or get to spend summers working with some of the best people that I've been blessed to meet. And I wouldn't have been able to go to Philmont, which still harbors some of the fondest memories of scouting. I can still recall standing on top of Mount Baldy, looking over God's earth and all the beauty that she had in store for those who accomplished the small feat. Actually, that's a large feat. Of making it to the top. I couldn't have been asked for a greater gift than the fond memories and lessons that scouting has given me, and again, I thank all of those who helped me on that journey. Thank you. All right, Mr. Bernard. because the rest of the pins should be in there.
Oh, in that.
Are you looking for other things?
I had other pins, but I guess. I apologize. I had more than one mentor that I wanted to recognize today, but unfortunately, I will only be able to recognize one. So, in honor of helping me through my Eagle project and time and time again allowing me to, well, giving me advice on my scouting journey, I would like to present my mentor pin to Mr. Andrew.
Job well done. Today has indeed been a special day. Thank you all for coming out and participating in this wonderful event. Let's give our newest Eagle Scout one more round of applause. I now call on Handsome to give our benediction.
Let us pray. Our God, we have heard a lot today about character, persistence, courage, loyalty, cheerfulness, service, and setting an example, protecting the weak and the helpless. Lord, we admire these qualities, and we pray that they would serve Jason well over his lifetime. We know, Lord, that being Eagle Scout is a lifelong responsibility. And we pray not only that Jason would exemplify these qualities, but we ask that he might influence others to do the same. Now, dismiss us with your blessing, we pray in Jesus' name.
Again, thank you everyone for coming. We have the pavilion area till 4 o'clock. So.